insurance is playing a very large part in this chaos. And that's because Florida, well, one reason is because Florida has the highest insurance premiums in the entire country. Yes, that's right, in the entire country. Now, flood insurance is going to be mandatory and required on every single property starting in 2027. So you have high insurance premiums, flood insurance is going to be required, and you also have these insurance companies not insuring condo buildings unless they make certain repairs. And if an insurance company isn't going to insure a building, the condo owners need to pay a special assessment to get those items taken care of so then they can get insurance. Because you cannot have a condo building without insurance. So the insurance companies are cornering these condo owners into large special assessments to then get insured. And when they're getting insured, the premiums are being raised like crazy. So insurance at both levels, at both the individual level, like insurance the owner carries, and also the HOA insurance, the premiums are absolutely skyrocketing and it's getting out of hand. Not to mention, these insurance companies are still insolvent. Even though they're raising premiums, even though that they're doing all these things to increase their revenue, they're still insolvent. They cannot pay out all the claims that are coming in due to all the hurricanes in Florida. So the government is propping them up by injecting money into these insurance companies. That's the only way Florida insurance stays afloat, is if the government helps, because again, they're insolvent. So the insurance crisis is just getting started in the Miami and Florida area. As unfortunate as it is, we're going to see consecutive and consistent increases over time. It's almost a certainty. Particularly, I mean, the more hurricanes we have, the more increases there are going to be. So hopefully we get some good upcoming years here with not a lot of hurricanes and not a lot of tropical storms, because that's going to keep those premiums low. The Cricket Club in Miami, for example, is a condo that had a $30 million special assessment. Now we're talking about $134,000 per condo owner. Now what has this done to the building? Everybody's trying to sell their unit, right? Because they don't want to pay $134,000 special assessment. These condos are worth maybe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. To have $134,000 special assessment on a condo worth only that much is absolutely insane. So people are trying to sell, right? But everybody gets wind of this special assessment at the same time. So there's a bunch of condos in that building on the market. People are going to know that something's wrong, right? So that's going to lower the price that all of these condos are selling for. So a $350,000 sale just closed for $120,000. It was originally listed at $350,000, closed for $124,000. $120,000. That's what happens when you get cornered like this. So the goal is to sell before everybody catches on to this. The goal is to eliminate your exposure to these special assessments by selling the property and letting the next buyer and the next owner deal with it. That's how you get out of stuff like this. Now, okay, so there's a couple other solutions I want to talk about further on in the video, but I want to jump into taxes really quick. So you have insurance going up. You have these special assessments just crushing people. Now you have taxes going up because property values are going up too, right? So when property values have gone up across the board, you have assessments are going up, which means you're paying more in taxes, which is another monthly expense added to your bill. So the monthly payments for these properties are getting out of hand, and people have to get 2-3 jobs just to afford even owning these properties in Florida. A lot of people used to want to retire in Florida, right? But now there's no retiring in Florida. There's live in Florida and work 3 jobs so you can pay your monthly payment on your property, because the HOA fees, insurance, and taxes and everything else, special assessments, are absolutely crushing you. So that's what's going on. It's very frustrating. HOA fees are doubling. They're not only levying special assessments to make up the deficit that they've created over the past years of running these condo buildings, HOA fees are going up. When HOA fees go up, they typically do not go back down because the management company gets to keep that money as extra profit. Why would a management company give up their profit by lowering fees after the HOA fee goes up? It makes sense for us, but it does not for the management company. Therefore, they keep those fees high all the time. So it's very rare that you see them go up and then come back down. Now, when these HOA fees go up like this and all these special assessments are happening, banks do not want to lend on these condos because they run risk assessments to give out money, right? When you get a loan from a bank, they run a risk assessment. Hey, how risky is this borrower? Are they going to pay us back? And then they look at the building next. How risky is this building? Is this building going to be worth more than it is now in the upcoming years, or is it going to be worth less? Is it a condo that doesn't have reserves? They look into all this stuff because they don't want to lose money either. So when you have all of these condos with no reserves and whatnot, the banks don't want to lend on them. So it's just creating this black cloud and this chaos around the condo market. It's very, very frustrating, but I'm here to help. I want to help you. I've gotten a lot of inquiries lately about this. That's why I'm making this video. Some of the solutions that we can do and we can take are, one, you have to think about where you're going to go next, right? If you sell your condo, what's the next step for you? Are you going to buy another place, or are you going to rent? We can explore both options. We can explore buying, we can explore renting. We can explore multiple different locations. Do you want to live a 5-minute walk from the beach? Do you want to live 5 minutes from your workout location where you love to go, and that's where you spend all your time? Which is more important, right? You don't have to have all those answers. That's why we go look at property and see. Then when we're looking at those properties, you'll figure it out in that process. You'll be like, okay, this is the one. I want to rent this, or I want to buy this. So we need to figure out where you're going to go to next. Now, a lot of people think that they need a bunch of money in the bank to sell their property, and that is not true. You can sell a condo in Miami right here without any money out of pocket, even if you have a special assessment levied against you. What you do is you list the property and you pay the special assessment out of the proceeds of the property. So once the property is sold, let's say you're going to get $300,000 back into your bank account. You have a special assessment for $20,000. You just take that $300,000 and subtract that $20,000 special assessment. The rest goes into your bank, right? So that's no money out of pocket. A lot of people don't have that extra money on hand, but they have to pay the special assessment. That's how everyone is able to do that. They take the special assessment out of the proceeds. Now, the other thing we can do is there's going to be multiple special assessments being levied on these buildings, right? A lot of people think like, oh, hey, I got hit with a $20,000 special assessment. The building's got to be done now. There's no way that they can levy another special assessment. The chances are they're going to levy another special assessment. I don't think you're going to get hit with one. I've seen multiple buildings get hit by 1, 2, 3, 4 special assessments even. So you want to sell early in that process so you're not stuck paying for all those, right? You want to get out of that situation. That's the whole goal, is getting you back to a calm, comfortable life. That's the goal here. So as all these things are happening, right, it's a lot of moving parts, it's a lot of moving pieces, and it's important to think logically and remain calm and lean on somebody for advice. I want to be that person that you lean to and you look to, because I've done this myself and I've helped a lot of people get through this scenario. I've sold a lot of condos already and they weren't stuck with the special assessment. They got out scot-free. Now we're getting later into this dark cloud that's coming. So we have to start getting on things. If you want to exit these properties, you got to start soon, because it's almost to the point where these special assessments are going to be levied and then you're stuck paying them. And then you're going to look to hindsight, you're going to be like, darn, I wish I would have reached out to Alec, or I wish I would have sold when Alec mentioned, because now I'm paying $100,000 in special assessments. So just please get ahead of the curve on this one. Don't wait too long. Reach out, get the help you need, get the guidance you need, explore your options. There's a lot of options that you don't necessarily know about. You need to talk to somebody about this. So reach out to me via text, call, or email at the number below in this description here. I look forward to working with a lot of you. I hope you all have a great day. Cheers.